Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Empower Biz Live. So today we're going to be talking about the following topics: so flexibility and work-life balance in the online business. But first, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama. I currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I work in the movie industry, and I'm also a proud digital business owner.
Hi everyone, my name is Janet and I'm originally from Baguio City, Philippines and now residing here in Alberta, Canada. I'm a mother of two boys. I'm working as a full-time admin assistant and it's a part-time CSA in an airline industry and also I'm a proud digital business owner.
Hi, I'm Jen, and this is Bill, and we are originally from Brunei, and but now we're living in Alberta, Canada, and I'm a proud mother, and of course, he's a proud father, and we have three kids and eight grandchildren, and we are very proud to say that we are uh, a business owner and mentor to this amazing business, online business.
Thank you, Jen. Hello, everyone. I'm Dorothy, originally from Cebu, Philippines, now residing here in Alberta, Canada. A mom, a wife, a sister, working full time, and a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so we also want to remind everyone that every Tuesday and every Thursday we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can earn online, you can watch the live webinar. So if you want to catch the replay from last Thursday, here are the hosts and panelists for that day.
Yes, we have the host, Rebecca, buyer planner, and then we have Didim, compliance technician, Nim, engineer, Kamali, former microbiologist.
We have Nikki J, nurse care manager, Lavani, former software engineer, Pucha, early childhood educator, Gunet Ang, hematology blood and blood transfusion department manager.
Thank you, Bill and Jen. So yes, so if you want to catch up the replay, you can just register in any of the links once we have it on the screen. But also, we want to tell you that our replay has subtitles in any languages. So if your English is not that strong, don't worry about it. And then for our live webinars now, they have subtitles in 5 languages, and that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. Okay, so let's start with our topic for today. So today we're going to be talking about flexibility and work-life balance in online business. So, as you know, the online business model has revolutionized the way people work. Okay, so offering unparalleled flexibility and the potential for achieving true work-life balance, because that's what we are looking for. Be able to have a balance between our family, and our personal time, and also, our business or work. Okay, so this online business offer that unparalleled flexibility, and the potential for achieving also that true work-life balance. So let's deep dive into how an online business provide these benefits. So first, let's talk about the flexibility in the online business. So our first point for that is time freedom.
Time freedom. Okay. Um, Flexibility we talk about is important to have time freedom. Okay. When with this online business, we let's put it, we have the freedom to spend more time with the loved ones and then schedule our priorities and also to work around not around the clock but on our own term, and also to control our time and let priorities guide our day, our day, our way, how we want to spend time with kids, and then balance off with work and family time is very important when it comes to time freedom. Okay, and for me, time freedom is a life that I love to design for the family and for work. So in order to have that, we I have to create time management so I can spend more time and live freely and also with the family that I can create my time with.
Thank you,
Back to
Yeah,
you,
Jen.
Sandy.
Anybody else want to add something?
I can just add for that one. So when we say flexibility with time freedom, that's why we are choosing this online business because, like working in an 8 to 9 or 8 to 9 hours job, you have to be there on time. But doing this online business, you have the time freedom. You can start whatever time, what time would you like, and then you can do it like 2 hours, 3 hours, or you want if you want to do it full time as well. So that's the beauty of doing this online business, so that you can choose to be with your loved ones first, and then you can just concentrate on this online business just 2 hours. So that's the thing. As long as you have this on, that's why we are diving on this online business, because we are not forced to do it every day. But then we still have to give time for that one. But you have your own choice. You have your own time, your own day of doing it.
Yeah, thank you, Sis Janet. Yes. So yeah, you have control. An online business give you that control over your schedule. So, and also, it help you to work around your priorities. So, sometimes, like you have, like if you're having your online business, it allows you to be present for those milestones of your kids, like at school. So it helps you, with your priorities, because like your family is one of your first priorities. So you want to make sure that you allocate time for them, and this is what the online business give you, that freedom, to be able to be there for every milestone that your family has. But also, we have another point. So we're talking about location independence, which is our next point. I think we're having technical problems. Okay, so for the location independence, we can say, that because this online business allows you to work from anywhere. So you can either work from home, like you can be in a cafe, like sometimes having a Starbucks or something like that, or you can take your business while traveling. So that's one of the reasons why attract me when I saw this business, because I was looking for a portability of the business. I love to travel, so I can take my business with me. So it allows me to have that flexibility. So location independence is one of the points. You can run your business as long as you have an internet connection, and these eliminate the need of a fixed office space and reduces commuting stress. Because for example, me, where I live, in order for me to go to other cities, I need to cross a bridge. And every time there is like accidents, and then I get stuck in traffic. But I will let my sis Dorothy to continue talking about the subject. Oh, I think she froze again. Okay, I will continue then. Um, so yeah, so the other thing that we can say about the location independence would be the global reach. An online business can cater to customers worldwide. For example, in our online business community, our community is global because of the internet, the online internet. You can advertise to anywhere in the world, so you have that global reach. That's the beauty of it. You're not limited just geography. Like for example, I live in Vancouver. It's not limited just here in Vancouver. I can uh, target the entire Canada, or Canada and the US or UK, anywhere I want. So you have a global reach. So there's no limit, you're not limited geographically, and you still have maintaining that freedom to operate from your chosen location. So, for example, like when I love to travel, they say I'm in Panama, I can still do my business there, and then I'm still targeting all over the world. So it gives you that flexibility to do that. Anyone else wanted to add something?
Just want to add with that one because as already Sandy said that we are global. Just for your information, that we are catering to all over the world. So right now we have our business partners that is located all over the world, from the Philippines, Japan, US, UK, Australia, and Dubai. I think we're doing
Yes.
that one. For their information, that yeah, that's how global it is. Because we say that it's online. Because right now we depends on technologies. We depends on the new or the AI or the new computer thingy. That's why this online business really good because it caters to everyone and it caters to what is new to our world. That's it.
Yes. Yeah. For example, Sis Janet and Sis Dorothy and I, we were in Japan, and we got to be there with other people from that are doing, other business owner members of the community, that
Yeah.
we all traveled to Japan. So we were able to be there. And even though we were traveling, we still were doing our business. So that's the beauty, that you can take your business anywhere. And then, like we say, it's global. We have a
Yeah.
global community.
And one more thing, I was also in Mexico just last
Mm.
month. And while, this location independence, I was in Cancun, Mexico. We have a personal development, a retreat for all the business owners that came from all over the world. That's how
Yes.
that is good.
Yeah, it is amazing. Okay, so the next point, in regards to the flexibility in the online business, would be the personalized work pace. So because you have your online business, you can scale it as you like. So you can decide, how quickly or how slowly you want to scale your business. So, for example, I was saying before, and let's say I wanted just to scale it in Canada, but later on, if I want to scale to United States or to some part in Europe, I can do that. So you decide, how big, uh, or how fast you want to scale your business, depending on your goals and your current life situation. So there's no pressure, to, like in another, like if you're working for someone else, there's that pressure, for the timeline and all that. Here you are in control of that. So you decide how quickly or how slow you want to scale your business. Another thing that I want to add to it, is adapt the online business, adapt to life changes. As the online business is very flexible, so it accommodates, significant to life changes. So, for example, we have a live business owner that used to live here in Vancouver, but then, like she moved to Calgary, Alberta. So even though, she started her business here, she relocated to Calgary, and now she does her business over there. So that will be, like it adapt to your life changes, or relocation in this case. We also have parenthood. Um, this helps, to in regards to the life changes of parenthood. So many times, you could start a business, and at the time you were single, for example, or with a partner but no kids, and then someone you start your family. So these adapt to those changes. It doesn't affect any thing. Like it's very flexible. Or sometimes, you might encounter some health challenges, but that doesn't, I don't know the word, but it doesn't, like, even if though you have health challenges, you can still do the business. I mean, we just celebrated 8 years in our community, and one of the hours of the story was from one of the business owner, and it was beautiful to see, even though that she went through her health issues, she was able to continue her business, even though she stopped after she got a little bit better, and she was able to continue her business, she continued. And this is how the beauty of this business is, if you need to take a break, you take a break, and then you take it, when you come back. So it adapts to your life. Anyone wants to add a little bit more? No?
We're good.
All right. So the next point that we're going to talk about is the work-life balance in the online business. Okay, so that's the main topic. So when we talk about the work-life balance in the online business, we're talking about several points. So let's start with spending more time with loved ones.
Okay. With this amazing business, this online business, for me, work-life balance on to spend more time with my loved ones means a lot to me. For the 9 to 5 grind, I can hardly do that, only on weekends maybe. But this amazing business let me spend more time with my loved ones, okay, and prioritize my work and cherish the time that I spend not only with families but also with relatives and friends, okay, and also um, also to spend more time, meaning I have to balance out my work and my time, and also to find time that really focus and truly matters, right? Family, love, work together, all together. And I was able to do some warm marketing on this online business, which if I were to uh, continue what if I don't have this business to lean on and to find out how I can prioritize my time, I wouldn't know how to manage time management, which is I'm doing it quite well nowadays. Okay. And also this online business have made me, for my own personal growth and for more time with the family, to know how to spend time with them without just hurrying over, just listening to them just for a few minutes and go back to what I'm doing. But now I know how to spend more time with them, and all because of this online business.
Thank you, Jen. Um, yes. So when we're talking about spending more time with loved ones, I just want to add, um, usually, like family comes first to all of us, especially, in our culture, our family is, the priority. We want to be there for them. Either, like you have aging parents, for example, have aging parents. We have, uh, they're like grandkids, you want to be able to see your grandkids. Or we have kids, like the one you want to be able to be there for your kids. So it is the online business, doesn't have a fixed schedule, the 9 to 5. So you can prioritize your being present for your family, especially for those parents, um, when they're working on the 9 to 5, they're not able sometimes to pick up their kids. Okay. Um, but with an online business, you are able to pick up your kids from school, attending those family milestones or the school lines, like right now, in Christmas is coming, and many of them, are having their performance in school, so you don't want to be able to miss those. And many times, because you're working 9 to 5, the job that, your boss might not give you the permission to be able to go and be on time to be able to see your kids, performing. So with the online business, you have that flexibility to be there present for your kids. Your kids are going to be able to look through the crowd and be able to see, oh, my parents are there watching me, you know. And those are important things for the kids, you know, for their self-development, you know, being able to feel that they have that support, you know, from their parents, you know, they're watching them, and you know the love that they get from them. So you want to be able to be there and attend those special milestones from them. So the online business allows you to do that. The other thing, you know, you have freedom from overtime. So a traditional job doesn't let you, you know, um, to you're like bound to the hours of work. Okay. So many times, for example, those people that work in retail, unfortunately, you know, um, Christmas time is when a lot of people they travel to be with their family, and people who work in retail or those type of job, you know, those are the times that they need them the most. So instead of being with their family, they are working, you know. So by having an online business, you're gonna be able to be uh, to be there, you know, in those special moments, and you don't have to worry about be bound to the business, you know, the job work hours, you know. So the other thing, you know, the online system can also help you with the workload, you know, so giving you more personal time, because we have an online system, which is like an automated system that works for you. So it allows you to have that flexible time, that extra time. And that's the beauty of working, you know, with your online business. On a traditional job, they're going to be, work is going to start piling to you, you know, and you're still working. And unfortunately, you cannot really remove part of that load to you, to other person, you know. So this is the beauty of having your online business. You have control of that, you know, to be able to spend time with your kids, to be able to do the things that are important. um so yeah. So the next point that we're going to be talking is reducing stress. So
Yes. Can you still hear
oh
me?
yeah, yes, oh yeah, I thought you wanted to hear.
I'm back. I'm on location. I'm from a friend's house. That's how flexible our online business is. But no matter what, technology can still find ways to reconnect. I'm here. I'm back. So, with regards to reducing stress in work life balance, you might say, oh, business is very busy. It's stressful. Indeed, stress is not absent in life. So basically, if we do business, that would be there. But stress can be positive and negative. So it's part of our choice if we want to make the stress positive to our health, to us, and to our well being. So, one way that it's reducing the stress, like for me, I used to work in a bank, I used to work with other jobs as well. I commute. I rode the bus, the train, and everything. So this work on this online business allowed me to stop that daily commute. No daily commute stress, running towards the bus and being squeezed, and missing your missing your bus or your train would be very exhausting. So working online eliminates that stress and time spent commuting. Like if I need to work at 8 o'clock, I have to leave the house by 7 o'clock. So that 1 hour would be essential in fulfilling my role in the family, or doing my self care, or doing something at home which is more important for me and necessary for my well being as well, and contributes to the progress of this business. And so, with that, it can give us focus, more time to focus on our health, the health of our family, and more time to be able to meditate for the day and have a less stress free work time. And the second thing is we get to customized work environment. When we say work environment is that you have the opportunity to choose which part of the house you would like your office to be, or which one you would like to go outdoors if the weather permits. You can bring your business there. You can create a workspace that suits your needs, your style, your lifestyle, whether in a quiet room or in somebody's home, or in somebody's room, where we'll be having a party later with a friend and he doesn't want me to miss his birthday. So I have to be here. But then before going to the party, I have to do the online. So we are doing the online right now. So you can also do a cozy office in your place, in your home. So you get a chance to choose without distraction, with less stress doing the business online.
Thank you, sis Dorothy.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to add to that? Okay, so we're gonna go to the next one. So the other point that we're gonna be talking is the online business give you that flexibility of pursuing your personal passions. Okay, so that means more time for your hobbies. With an online business, you can carve out the time to explore your passions and interests without feeling guilty about leaving work undone. So you have also to allow time for yourself, so for the things that you love, because that will also help you, to recharge, to be more creative. For example, one of the hobbies that I love to well, I love to do hiking, and I love social dance, because not only helps you to be fit, but also, I enjoy it, so that with the online business, it will allow me to be able to enjoy those hobbies. Another one that I love is painting. You know, um, Painting, is it helps you, with your creativity, and it relax. Well, it relaxes me. I like to paint with music, so um, yeah, so it allows you to do many hobbies that you want to do. Um, while you're doing working on your job, um, sometimes it will let you to do those type of hobbies, but it will be after work hours or on the weekend. um, but in with the online business, you can do it anytime, because again, you have control of your time, you have control of your schedule. So let's say today I decide to take a day off, and tomorrow I work on my business. I can take a day off and do the things that I love. So you can pursue your personal passions that way. The other thing is, balance between work and play. So how do you do that? We are grateful because we have an automated system that works behind the scenes. So we can do other stuff, but our business is still working. you know and that will be one of the ways that you can leverage, to be able to work and play and do the things that you love. Another thing that will help you when you're doing an online business is you delegating task. Okay. um, so sometimes, like you try to do all the things to yourself, but you gotta learn to delegate. But before to delegate, that means that you have to train. um, so you can, by doing that, training first, and then after delegating, having a leverage automating system, it will help you to create that space for both personal growth and personal fulfillment. So that's how, the online business will help you, because you're going to be able to grow personal. So you're going to be able to well, we have seen, here, how we have grown from once we started the business for the first time and where we are right now. So it allows you to keep growing, and do other things while the business is taking care behind the scenes. Okay, so the next point that we are going to talk is, um, it is the advantages of flexibility and balance in online business. Okay. So the first point that we're going to talk about this is the enhanced productivity. Okay. So when we talk about enhanced productivity, we're talking about you're in charge of your schedule. Okay. So you can work during your most productive hours. For some people, is early in the morning because they're early risers. And for some people, they're like night owls. So I was a night owl. I was still working to change into early riser, but yeah. So you can, if you feel more productive during nighttime, then you can work. So it really adapts to your schedule. Okay. So it leads to a higher quality of output and better results, because you work on your business, when you feel more productive. So, like I say, some people are in the morning, some people are at night. Or for example, like if you doing this business on the side, um, some like for some moms, they will do it, before their kids wake up, or they do it, late at night after the kids are in bed. So really, it's tailored to you schedule. So you decide. Um, the other thing that I would say about this, it gives you that control of having your own schedule, be able to know when to do the things, because sometimes, like you have to arrange your schedule between you have some activities. Um, and then the other thing is like the flexibility. When we're talking about flexibility, is like sometimes you have planned your work or your schedule like a certain way, but sometimes, there's things that come at your way and it doesn't happen as you plan. Well, guess because of your online business, it accommodates to those uh, changes, easily. So you can do your business um, that way. Okay, so the next point is better health and well-being.
Yes. Thank you, Sis Sandy. For better health and well being, as what Sis Sandy has mentioned, flexibility allows us to prioritize physical and mental health, such as incorporating exercise, meditation, and breaks into our day. So since we this in this online business we are boss free, you can do your own thing, which one that suits you. So here you'll be able to incorporate like 15-minute break. And as what they said, if you want to create a certain routine or certain task, always incorporate 10-15 minute break after a 25-minute work. So that's one thing if we want to learn something new. So I am trying to incorporate that in this online business, that there should be a water break, no matter what it is, to give yourself a chance to reboot, because our memory, we have this what we call short-term memory, works within 20 to 30 minutes in retention. So if we are working online and we want to give more of the time that we have and not to be exhausted as well, we learn to value this one, that our brain can do so much in a little time. So we just have to let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes or even 5 minutes rest. So they said if I keep on using the computers or if keep on using my cell phones, my eyes is tired basically because they are radioactives. But then if we want that better health while doing this online business, we have to take into consideration resting our eyes even for 5 minutes or 3 minutes meditation and then go back. That's how we are able to manage a better health and well-being. At the same time, we get to um, we get to incorporate exercises like doing this one. You can be standing, you can be sitting, or you can do something with your legs or whatever suits you or need to be exercised. It's just how you need to have that milestone. And in this business, wellness and better health is important, such as we have the savers morning miracle morning exercises are used by a lot of personal development gurus, that is proven and tested. So these things are not purely personal development in terms of character, but in totality. The physical, the mental, the emotional, the social well being is also addressed. So we can be ready to face the challenges of the business online or even in our warm market. Thank you. Back to you, Sis Sandy.
Thank you, Sis Dorothy. Okay, so our next point, based on this, it will be building a legacy.
Okay. On this online business, building a legacy, this online gives us the opportunity to create something lasting while still maintaining harmony in one's personal life. Okay, perfect combination of a long-term success. Build a legacy while enjoying the flexibility of an online business uh, to balance and build a foundation for future generations. For example, I have kids, I have grandchildren. That is one amazing business, online business that I am today will allow me to do that. Okay. And also, flexibility today, a lasting legacy tomorrow. Choose online freedom on this business. To me, uh, on this online business brought me to open my eye that I'm so amazed with this online business that this would be able to have a legacy for my younger generations to come. Even with my passing, and the kids left behind do have this legacy. Okay. And create the balance while building a future is for them means really a lot to us on this online business. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Jen. Yes, I want to add to what you say. That when we talk about building a legacy, we also talking about teaching the new generation. In this case, your kids or your grandkids. Showing the perseverance of you doing a business, showing that you are capable of doing things that you never thought that you could do. So that teach them that when they want to do something they can do it. So they shouldn't they know that there's no limit of what you are able and capable to do. So not only it's building a legacy financially, but also building a legacy of inspiration. For example, for Bill and Jen, the grandkids, seeing like how their grandma and the grandpa, they're doing an online business, something going out of their comfort zone, doing lives, for example. That's an inspiration to them, seeing them doing things that they never thought, like, oh, my grandpa or grandma, they're doing this. So that's inspired, to be able to see for them, because they say, well, if my grandparents are doing that, I'm capable of doing other things too. So that's the other legacy that you're leaving. And like um, Jen mentioned, leaving that legacy for your kids. You can pass this business to the next generation and next generation and next generation. So that's the other thing that this online business that we're doing, it is amazing. And when we are here live for now, that legacy also, it's like a retirement plan for us. And then when we're no longer here, we can pass that to our loved ones. So it's a perfect combination for long-term success to everyone that we want to share with it. So anyone wanted to add a little bit about that, or should we move to the next point? Okay, we're moving to the
Oh,
next. Sorry, who would say something? No. Okay. So the next point we're gonna talking about, um, online business. The flexibility and work-life balance in the online business also brings some challenges to be aware of. Okay, so we do have some benefits, but we do have some things that we need to be um, taking care. Be careful, because we can easily go out of uh, like doing things that like it's gonna damage your I don't know how to say, but what it means, like we have some challenge that you need to be aware of the online business because you have enough time. That means that sometimes you're gonna. Sorry, what was that?
no, it's okay. No worries. I just make comments.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Um, so sometimes, like, because we have enough time, because it's this online business allow us to do that. Sometimes we get a little bit sidetracked, and we go too much, on doing, we get distracted. Okay. And then our focus on the online business gets out of focus because of that. But we're going to be talking about those things. How can you prevent those challenges? Okay. Uh, so that you don't fall into those things. So the first point for that, or the tip, will be creating boundary settings. Um, so go ahead, sis.
Yes. Thank you very much. Definitely, there are challenges along the way if we do business, any business, be it online or in traditional businesses, and one of which is boundary setting. So when we do boundary setting, it is really tempting if you're online to blur the lines between work and personal time. Because right now, the first introduction of, for example, Facebook is to have, enjoying posting things with your family, what perks you, what enjoys you. And I'm good in, we find it relaxing after a day's work. But with this one, we get to specifically set work hours, which helps us maintain balance. So, for example, you have to set at least 30 minutes to make a post first thing in the after doing whatever you do in the day, or just 2 hours at night or in the middle of the day. You get to set what is for the business and what is for personal. So that's the boundaries there is. And for a mom like me, um it's quite tricky because, like, for example, I'm doing the live and your kids, or especially you have toddlers, they're knocking on your door. But then when you set boundaries with them, you just have to explain with them that mommy is doing online, and then a few minutes I'll get back to you. And that's what I learned in this online business. And my kid is also learning that I may not be uh available full time the minute he wants me, but he gets my full attention when I'm done with business, because you can set time with them. So sometimes we are so engrossed with spending a lot of time with them, but it's more of the quality time, so that you can also prepare for your future. And that's boundary setting for me. Thank you. Back to you, sis.
Thank you, Sis Doris. Yes. And I want to just add another tip to that. Another way to create a boundary setting is creating your workspace. By creating your workspace, and you explaining to your family, that when you are in this working space, that means that you're working on your business. So that way they know that they're not going to go look for you while you're in that space. So that's another way to create in that boundary setting. So they know, like, okay, mom is doing the business, or dad is doing the business. Okay, so the next point is self discipline. So, yeah, so this is another of the challenges, be able to create that self discipline. And it's not easy, I must say, because, you have that flexibility, that lots of time to be able to do your business, right? So you need to make sure that you stay disciplined when you're doing your business, because that's the only way that you're going to make sure that your business thrives, okay, without overworking or procrastinating. So here it's very important to create that time management, creating your set up a scheduled work hours. um, so from this time and this time I'm going to be working on my business. And then, because like I said, you can work your schedule. But another thing that I want to say, when it comes to time management, is that if sometimes, we plan and we make our schedule, but it doesn't work the way that we want it because something comes up. So again, be adaptable and flexible to those changes, okay? But always make sure that you're persistent. You're always showing up for your business every day. Um, be consistent on doing all your business. So if you have to post every day, make sure that you make your postings every day. Okay. um, because it's easily to get sidetracked when you have too much time. So that's why it's important to create that discipline. These are the times I'm going to be allocating to my business. And if you're someone like, for example, me, my time management is not so great. I'm still working on it. But find ways that will help you. For example, I use calendar, the Google Calendar, for some of my Zooms. So that way, I know when I have my meetings and the things that I need to attend. I also have a calendar. I don't know if you can see, but I print a calendar for the month when I have my lives. So that way I know, okay, I have my guest on this day, and when I need to find a guest because I don't have. Another thing that I do is, I use an application called Calendly. So that one is it's good to be able, like, if other people want to meet with you, you can send them that link and then they can make an appointment with you. So that way you know that on that day, this is the time that I'm going to allocate to them. And then you can arrange your schedule accordingly. Because if you don't have, like, that will be kind of like a setting boundaries, too. Because when you don't have a setup, like if it is open like that, then you don't really have a time. People can reach you anytime, and then you're like already had explain. So I had a little bit of trouble with that at the beginning, but then I saw that app and I said, okay, this might be might help, and really helps because it helps for them to know that I'm gonna be available when they need me, and it also helps for me to be able to arrange my schedule for that day. So it works both ways. So make sure that you're self-disciplined. Make sure that you use the tools to be able to organize your time on that day, uh, and create that discipline. So take advantage of those tools that help you to stay um, disciplined, and stay on time. The Pomodoro also, because it's a good way, because you also need, when you work, you also need to allocate some breaks, because that will help you to focus better, and come back, uh, fully present. So the next
Yeah.
point is learning to delegate.
Okay. Learning to delegate, like what Sister Dorothy and Sandy was saying about challenges on this online business. Yes, it is so true. Challenges grow with success. That's why uh, learning to delegate is the key, right? How we can delegate is like sometimes we overwork might lead to burning ourselves out. And we need um, delegation, like with the need the delegate tasks to and leverage in order to avoid this kind of burnout thing. Okay, and the major challenge is trusting others with our vision. Okay, and either we start small or start big, and we grow together. But with the delegation that we have, okay, it does sustain work life balance for all of us. So, but delegation is not a weakness, it's a strategy for sustainable success. So, in order to do that, like for example, Bill, he delegates a lot of the leads back to me, and once he got talk to the prospects, the leads, and try to do warm marketing. That's also sometimes have negative feedback and all this, and so he has to overlook that in order to delegate and to grow with it, learn in personal growth. Thank you. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Jen. Yeah. You touch some things there when you talk about learning to delegate, and then many times, like you mentioned, we don't want to let others know, because we don't know if if they're going to be able to do it or not. But we have to learn to let go and delegate, but before we delegate, we have to train. Okay, so we got to make sure that we train so they know how to do it, what we want to delegate to them. And at the same time, you are empower them because they're learning a new skill. They're learning to be more confident doing this new task. So you want to be able to build, like in our community, we want to be able to build more leaders, that can empower more people to become more leaders. So we have to learn how to delegate. We have to learn to teach and train the others, and let go, because we cannot do everything ourselves. We have to work as a team to be able to succeed in this business. So the next tip that we're gonna talk about, we are gonna talk about practical tips for achieving balance in online business. So the first one is leverage automation.
Okay. In order to leverage automation, we use automation tools to handle repetitive tasks and free up our time. Okay. Schedule our work hours and stick to them. Okay. Avoid overworking. That is very important. If we overwork, we get burnout. So what we do, delegate tasks to virtual uh, uh, anyone that can help us, the community or the team members when possible, okay? Or even family members. And uh, what else? Batch content, okay? Batch content creation to maximize efficiency, let's say. And then we set boundaries, we separate work and personal life for true balance. And also to get support whenever we need free time, uptime, and we can get family involved in this to help us. Okay, and also when we talk about if we have say focus on high priority tasks, also need delegation and also need leverage. Thank you. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Jen. Yes, yeah, leverage automation. Yeah, those are good ones. Tips that like, because what are we looking for in this business when we do an online business is we're looking for more time to do the things that we love, more times to be with the loved ones. So yeah, so the automation, it really helps you with that. Um, to be able to save time, it was use the apps, use be able to help with the other ones. Um, Sis Janet, are you okay to talk, or should we? Oh no, yeah, okay. So the next point that we have is join a supportive community.
Yeah, so we say join supportive community because on this online community that we have a lot of other communities that you were able to join that will help us in different aspects that we would like to be able to improve or to be able to achieve whatever your dreams and aspiration of this online business. So uh, you have to open your mind, or you have to be open to join. You have to open yourself to know other people, and you have to ask so that you know which one is the community that you like, that will help you more. For example, in this community we have our, if you want to be improved in a YouTube advertising, you have to be improved in doing your Facebook posting, something like that. Or if you're really new in the business that you really don't know in doing about computer, on doing about online business, on doing about these new technologies, there are a lot of communities or persons that could help you to start from it. So that's the one. But the number one thing is to open yourself, and open your mind and be teachable, that you teachable to the other people, so that you will gain more information and knowledge of this online business that we're doing. And also by being part of different communities, you will develop yourself and also know other people that could help you, and that will help you improve, and that will help you move on this online business and achieve your dreams and aspirations. That's why we are here in this online business. I think that's the one. Back to
Thank you.
Sandy.
Thank you, Sis Janet. Yes. So being part of an online business community really helps you, because, we have, they can provide you mentorship. They can provide you tips, encouragement, helping you grow your business, while maintaining that balance. Do collaboration, like we are doing right now, collaborate with each other. Um, so yeah, so many things. It's important, when it comes to having, a supportive community. And we are lucky, we are blessed to have that global online business community, that is there for us, uh, not only supporting us in the technical side, but also in the emotional side, and motivational, because, we get to hear the stories of many of our members in the community, and when we hear their stories, it really inspires us, because many times we think, our journey is really hard, but when we hear these stories from others, it really inspires, to keep pushing forward, because, if they did it, so can we. So yeah, so having that support, it really makes a huge difference when you're doing your business. So the next point we're gonna talk about is scheduling me time.
Yes, it's me time. So if we have tea time, it's me times. We schedule tea me time in this business as we provide our self-care. Because me time is self-care and self-care is self-love. So if we are an empty cup, we cannot pour into others as well and share the blessings. And if we are an empty cup, we cannot learn new things. We have to fill in ourselves. It's just like a car. We cannot run without gas. So ourselves has also some needs to fill in, especially if you are multitasker and you have a lot of roles as a mom, as a wife, as a worker, and or as an employee perhaps, and doing this part-time like me, and you're doing the business. So there are a lot of roles that you are juggling, but definitely one of this thing has to be directed as self-care or me time. So me time is to black out your personal time in your calendar, just as you would for meetings or work tasks, to ensure your well-being isn't overlooked. So it should be intentional. Just like when we do the savers in the morning, miracle mornings indicates that your first 30 minutes of your time upon waking up is a me time, because you're preparing yourself before going to the battle of the day. It's a battle, whatever challenges or wins of that day, you need that energy, you need that boost. So this me time will refuel us from having a busy day ahead and a busy day that was. So this was refuel us to keep moving for the day's activities and continue to work on, so that we will not be burned out and ourselves will not be overlooked, so we can continue to serve our clientele or our business partners and our family as well. Thank you. Go back. Back to you, sis Sandy.
Thank you, Sis Dorothy. Yeah, the other thing that another tip that in terms of, that we want to give to you guys, in order to achieve balance in online business, it's regularly review your goals. Okay, so you want to make sure that as you go on your journey as a business owner in your business, you want to make sure that you assess your priorities and progress. Okay, to make sure that your business aligns with your personal and family aspirations. So you want to be able to make sure, is my business uh working, like sometimes, like you review your data, um to make sure, that your numbers are, like the algorithm, is working, and what you need to tweak, okay, in order to be able to know that your business is working for you. So also, um, you want to be able that when you create your business, okay, it aligns to your personal beliefs, okay, because sometimes, and family aspirations, because sometimes, you might get sidetracked into going and do something else because you are seeing that somebody else is doing it, but is that really you? That's the question. So you got to make sure that you tailor your business according to your beliefs, according to what your mission is, and your family aspirations. Um, so you want to make sure that the business, um, it's aligned to your goals. So what is your goal? For example, like me, my goal is to be able to have more time with my aging parents. Be able to be there. So um, my goals, for that, I needed to align that so I can able to to reach those goals. So in this case, I will have to allocate in my postings, for example, be more about family. So you got to review your goals in terms of what is important when it comes to family. You gotta be more specific. You gotta be more um, find out, if your business, is working in terms of your goals. Is the business aligned with what you wanna do? For example, um, I don't. If your business are aligns to what you do, to ensure, like if it assess to your priorities, is your priorities more important than your family or at that moment? So you gotta see what is the importance, like to make sure that you allocate that time for them, but also to make sure that you allocate with the business, because sometimes um sometimes we get like too much working on one side, like I'm more on the business, that we might be neglecting, our family. So you want to make sure that you review that to make sure that you are making that time for your family. Um, so it creates that balance. So assess your priorities and assess your progress frequently, to make sure that you are on track, that you're not going doing something more than you're supposed to. um, like we're talking about, the me time. One of your goals is to have more flexible time, be more healthy. So you want to make sure that you're not burnout. You want to make sure that you allocate time for yourself, because that's one of the things that sometimes we forget. We tend to give our time to the business, give time to the family, but then we forget about ourselves, and we also need to take care of ourselves, because that's the only way, like Sis Doris, you mentioned, that's the only way you're going to be able to uh, give that time to them. But you need to recharge your energy. You need to take care of yourself. um, so you need to make sure that you take um, on that schedule that you have, you make time for yourself, because that's one of your priorities, as one of the priorities that will let you to be able to reach your success. Because if you're not healthy, if you're burnout, then you're not going to be able to do the business. So you want to make sure that you align those priorities and the progress, to make sure that you align to your goals and aspiration where you want to reach. So I was a little bit confused in the beginning. um, Okay, so the next point is how online business supports flexibility and balance. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about a few points. So the first point that I want to talk is the automated system.
Yes. So I guess that's my turn.
Yes.
For the yes, having this platform online, the business platform is online, so this means that there's a luxury to have it automated. So there are a lot of online business out there wherein systems operate for their business, and same with our business here, wherein you just have to do, for example, a marketing strategy, and the advertisement will just work online for you. So we have a proven and tested system, automated system that work in the background while you are sleeping, or in you're doing something, or you're attending to your family events, that allows you to earn income even when you are not actively working. So it's like you did the work for an hour. So the rest of the hours of your 24 hours in a day will be worked by the online system. So that's how the automation is very significant and helpful in this business. So you will be able to do the other parts of your life. And it's not like the traditional that you have to be there, you have to watch your people, or you have to pay somebody to watch for them, which is very labor intensive. And but here in this online business, the automation system, which is already proven for the past years, and we've been very happy to celebrate a lot of anniversaries because these people were able to expand their business globally. You don't have to open each store in every country in every world, which costs so much, but this online business reaches out to them in any time zone. So that's the beauty. If the other part of the world is sleeping, the other part is awake, then your ads or your advertisement or your business is open for them 24/7. And that's how it makes active 24/7 all throughout the year, as long as you keep yourself present in your online or social media or your online streams. And that's like what we're doing right now, and this can keep on generating while we go to sleep, or even later, where when you can watch replays as well. And that's a very nice, very advantageous aspect of our online business. Back to you, sis.
Thank you, sis. So another way of how an online business supports flexibility and balance is by having diverse opportunities. Okay, so when we're talking about diverse opportunities, we're talking about uh, the online space, that offers multiple avenues to create income streams tailored to your skills and interests in our online business. For example, we do have 4 income streams that are available to us. So that's how the diverse opportunities we have. We're able to create, these extra income streams in our business. So it's very diverse. So it's a very diverse opportunity that you're able to do it. So it's great. Um, so that's another way that you can create that extra income that if you're looking for. So we are lucky to be blessed with 4 income streams that we are able to make on this online business. So the next point is community support. So how an online business supports flexibility and balance? Well, we have the community support.
Yes, community support. This is our online business. The community is all global, and it's so amazing. They are uh, also a key to our success on our online business. It's the community that we have. Tell you, with their guidance and with their encouragement and shared wisdom. Okay, we are all in this together. They are so wonderful. They help each other. They are 24/7 round the clock, not whenever we need them. Okay, and they help us, we help each other to achieve our goals together. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Jen. Yes. Yeah, we are blessed again, to have a global online community support. It's a support that is 24/7 because of the global reach that we have, in our online business. Like Jen mentioned, it allows you, um, to have that emotional support, that technical support, like I mentioned before, um, be able to help you. The one of the community supports that we have is that you can have an accountability partner, someone that is, you partner with that person, to be able to be accountable for each other, to be able to push each other. When someone is feeling down, the other person will bring them up, uh, emotions, back up, fire it up, so they can continue, and vice versa. Because being or it doesn't matter, if you're doing, like um, a traditional business or online business, anything that has to do, you're gonna have the ups and downs, okay, along your journey. um it's not like a straight um path. It's more like a ups and downs. Some people have more little mountains than others. Some people have less. um but we have our moments, and the way, we are able to survive those moments and to keep going is because of the community. We are lucky to have the community, because like there's some business owners that when they start a business, they don't really get that family support. Okay. And where do you get that family support? From the community. So this is how, like Jen mentioned, the community is one of the key for the success in this business. And we are so blessed to have this community um, in this online business that we have. So we have reached to the end of our topic for today. And we started, what the topic was: uh, flexibility and work-life balance in the online business. So the flexibility and work-life balance are not just buzzwords, okay, in the online business world. They are achievable realities. Um, by harnessing the tools and opportunities of an online business, you create a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. So it is possible an online business. And this is all while building a thriving and sustainable income source. So not only you have that time freedom, but also you have that financial freedom. So this is what many of us in our online business community, we decided to pursue this path because we were looking for time freedom, we were looking for financial freedom, and this is what an online business allows you to do. You can start this, as your plan B, but once inside, you're gonna realize that that plan B is gonna become your plan A. So, but you can start as a plan B. So many of us, we start as a plan B, and then it becomes our plan A, because we see all the opportunities this online business has, and all the benefits that we get from it. Um, and we just mentioned, flexibility and work-life balance, but there's so many other benefits that you get from this business. Our focus today was that, but there's other benefits like self-development. Like we mentioned, like when we start from the beginning to now where we are, we can see how much we have grown as a person, and our knowledge. uh, we have so much knowledge about so many things that we didn't know at the beginning. So it is a great opportunity to have an online business, especially the one that we are. You got all the support that you need. You're never alone. We have a great community. We have all the tools that you need to succeed, the training, mentorship, coach. So it is great. So we are here just to tell you, all the benefits that you get from having an online business. So that's the end of our life. So if you want to learn how you can earn online, you can catch the replay from last Thursday. And here are the hosts and panelists for that day.
Yes, our host is Rebecca, a buyer and planner, and the panelists are Didim, compliance technician, Nim, an engineer, Kamali, former microbiologist.
We also have Nikki J, a nurse core manager, Lavani, a former software engineer, Pooja, early childhood educator, Nguyet Ann, a hematology and blood transfusion department manager.
Thank you, Sis Doris and Sis Janet. Yeah, so our replay has subtitles in any languages, and our lives, if you want to catch the live, you can register in any of our websites when they're going to appear on the screen. And then the live webinars are usually Tuesdays, every Tuesday and every Thursday, 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and then 8 p.m. EST. And the live webinars have subtitles in 5 languages. So that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. And we have a comment from one of our viewers. So we have a comment from Teresa Fletcher. Hello, ladies. Thank you, Teresa, for watching and for your comment. Um, so yeah, so if you guys want to learn how you can earn online, like the four of us here and many members in our community, you can register in our website that appears on the screen with your name and email address, and we're gonna send you that invitation to watch the replay from last Thursday, and also, to register for the live webinar this coming Tuesday. So, what happened when you register in our website? Well, you get that invitation to watch the webinar, the same webinar the four of us have watched it. And in there, you're going to be able to see the business plan that we offer, how it works. And then you also get to see testimonials from members of our community. In addition to that, you also get invited to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and a little bit more information about the business. Um, when you register in our website, you're not joining the business. You want to clarify that because people might think that when they register, they're already joining the business. And no, that's not the case. This is just free information for you to make sure, you decide if this business is for you. So once, I just want to say, make sure that you watch the entire webinar, because if you don't watch the entire webinar, you won't be able to get the whole picture. Okay. And you might regret it afterwards. We had a guest in another live that the first time that she registered for the website, she only saw the first 10 minutes, and 1 year passed, and then she saw it again. But this time she made sure that she watched it completely, and now she is a business owner. She regretted that she didn't do it the first time. So make sure that you watch it completely to be able to understand. And don't worry, because um, if you found it that it's a little bit long, you can watch it at your own pace and your own time, so you can pause it. So don't worry about that, but make sure that you watch it completely. The other thing that I want to say, like once you get invited, you can also browse in our private Facebook group. So you're welcome to browse around. And then at that moment, if you want to proceed to the next question and more, and want to know more in detail about the business, then you go to the next step. And then there's going to be more information in detail at that point. Um, and then, you decide at that moment, if you decide to proceed, or if you decide, uh, if it is not for you. But all this information is in the webinar. So make sure that you watch the webinar. Okay. So yeah, so if you guys want to follow us on our Facebook business page, they'll appear on the screen on the top. So you can follow us to get to know us a little bit more, who we are, and the content that we post in our pages, and a little bit more about the business opportunity that we are offering to you. Because we want to share the same blessing that we got from this business to you guys. So we want to be able to give you that same opportunity to change your life and the life of your family. Take control of your life and take control of your freedom. Because a traditional business won't give you that freedom or that financial independence. But it's your decision, uh, for you to take that leap of faith, um, and be able to change the life of your life and the one from your family. So we want to end this Empower Biz Life and want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Saturday or Sunday for some another part of the world. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the lives. Sorry for all the comments and emojis. For those watching the replay, let us know in the comments where you're watching from to show that we are global. And until the next episode of the Empower Biz Life. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Bye.